Thank you everyone for tuning in yet again. My name is Amaka and I'm a trauma recovery coach. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Emotional Support Clinic. I thought to share something or maybe to speak on something that some people may have experienced with me during the time that I was yet dealing with my traumatic experience. I got into a lot of heated conversations and exchange with people, essentially those who are close to me, family and friends. And what's created the rancor between us in the heated conversations were the times that they seemed to be a little dismissive of my hurt, of my pain, of my anguish. Makes me very triggered and very angry because is it the fact that they do not understand the pain of trauma or the pain of being abused, being betrayed, being deceived, being lied to, actually being taken advantage of? Did you know that people suffer all kinds of trauma in a bad situation? People suffer mental abuse, emotional abuse, psychological abuse, financial abuse, or physical assault. People suffer all kinds of abuse and even abandonment on top of that, and neglect on top of that, and deception on top of that. And it's very, very crazy. Like, it makes my blood to boil when someone tends to be very dismissive of any aspect or any element of my pain that I'm sharing, or they even coming from just something that is a bare minimum thing, and they are speaking to me about something that has impacted my life in a way that I could never get it back, in a way that has ultimately changed the way that I see things, the way that I deal with people, the way that I even see myself. And it can be very infuriating. So I just thought to put it out there and say to anyone who has experienced me being very outlandish with my words against them, who has felt that I backlashed them, or I yelled at them, or I hung up on them, um, furiously or infuriatedly. Someone who has thought that I was very irritated or irritable when I spoke to them, when we had the heated exchange. This is to you and so many others out there that have been infuriating other people who have been through stuff that they are trying to grapple on and grapple upon, and someone is there trying to dismiss the pain and the anguish and the hurt and the impact, the life-changing impact that it may have had on them. Shame on all of you. Again, I say shame on you. Life is lifing. Life is tough for everyone. People are out here struggling for their life, struggling to breathe, struggling to actually have a day of peace, a day without the drama, a day without cat in the bag moments, a day without any kind of pain, hurt, confusion. People are trying to have like a stable, well-run, well-adjusted, predictable days. And you're out here abusing somebody psychologically with your hypocrisy. No one needs your hypocrisy. No one needs your hypocrisy. No one is going to do anything with your hypocrisy. Keep it to yourself. You have the most to say about an experience you've never been through. You have the most to say about an experience that someone else is going through that you have never been through. You're lucky enough to probably have a stable life, a stable relationship, and supportive people around you. You know, you are able, you're blessed that you're not going through what other people are going through emotionally, mentally, psychologically, physically, and socially. And you're out here trying to outrun or body shame or guilt trip or guilt blame somebody, victim blame someone who is going through it. Shame on you. As a community, as persons, and as society, we have to learn to support those who are going through a traumatic situation and a traumatic event. People who have been betrayed by a loved one, people who have been betrayed by a hopeful situation, people whose hopes have been dashed by those that they never anticipated such a thing from. People are out here dealing with betrayal of trust. People are out here dealing with being abandoned. People are out here dealing with neglect of a loved one, a spouse, or, situations. People are out here struggling day by day, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. People are dealing with assault in their relationship, within their own nuclear family. People are being abused. People are being assaulted. People's chances have been limited and taken advantage of or blocked. Women are being abandoned children that they cannot take care of, and they have to, step up to the plate and take care of those children. People are out here working double shift to ensure that they have basic need. People are out here believing, trying to hold on to the last strength and piece of hope that they have within them. And you are over there having the most to say. Shame on you. Shame on you. May the dilemma, trauma, and ordeal that someone else has experienced, that you have the most to say that, but you have never had to experience that, may it never come to you. Because when it comes to you, it would crush you. It would crush you. It would crush you. Yes, I hope it crushes you too. I pray it never comes to you, but if it comes to you, may it crush you. And a lot of times, what I find is that people tend to project their inabilities and inadequacies and inefficiencies and incompetencies on other people. Because anyhow, as it says, misery loves comfort. When you're not miserable, you would want someone else to be free from every shackles and every distress and every disadvantage and every disappointment. But if you have been miserable in your life, that's the only time you want to see someone else in misery. That's the only time you tend to dismiss someone else's experience because they're trying to get healed, get whole, get out of a bad situation, and try to rebuild their life once again. What would you do with someone else's misery? Why would you want someone else to be miserable? Just because you're miserable, that's why. If you were miserable, if you aren't miserable, you would not want someone else to be miserable, just as you have been. Anyways, that's my rant. Thanks for following. Follow for more. Share this video. Kindly subscribe to our channel. We're growing our YouTube channel, Emotional Support Clinic. Be a part of the community. We are creating awareness for emotional support. That's something we are lacking in our families, in our communities, and in the society. We are a society laden with guilt shaming and victim shaming and victim blaming people. Please don't be that person. No more, do more, elevate higher, and try to support people that you're around who are going through it. It will cost you nothing to be a support system, because someday you're going to need the support one way or another. Stay blessed and follow for more. Thank you. It's Amaka here.